Good afternoon, folks. So, this is Dan Powers with Champion Solutions Group. What we're going to go over is obviously we have a lot more people working remote in the upcoming weeks. And we've had a few of our customers call us and ask us how to deal with this. So, I kind of wanted to spend just a few minutes, real quick video, to give you ideas of what you could do, especially if you're a Big Fix customer, of how you can deal with this. So, if we look at currently how your Big Fix system would work, is that you're going to download content and pull it down to your BigFix server, which we're going to see right here. And with various relays, you'd be able to manage your endpoints, pushing out patches, keeping up compliancy, and all good things like that. Now, in any normal environment, you're always going to have a set of folks that do work remotely. And in this case, most of our customers, again with BigFix, would simply put a relay inside of the DMZ, and from your Big Fix server, you could manage those machines that are working at home or Starbucks, just basically that mobile workforce. And normally, there's about a 15 to 20% set of folks that are remote. Um, with the majority of your systems still inside of your company's network. And this works really, really well. But what happens today when we're forced to have a lot more people working at home and less people inside of your network? Really, those numbers start to shift, and what we're seeing is there's more like a 85, 90% of people now at home, and a lot less people or systems that are inside your corporate network. And these people working at home may even also have to VPN in to your network, your company, which is putting a real big strain on his internet connection. So some of the things that we can do here, of course, we could simply add some more relays into the DMZ so that you have more servers handling that increase of endpoints out in the wild or on the internet. But even though that will help distribute the load, if you will, with this big increase of systems, it's not going to do a lot to change this pipe. We're still going to have to push a lot of data over your internet access egress point from your company. So we're not doing a lot to solve there. So some of the things that I recommended to our folks or our customers is to leverage cloud. And really what we can do is put some relays up in the cloud. And it doesn't matter if this is AWS, Azure, a third-party cloud environment, is I'd recommend that you put the Linux Tiny Core system up there for multiple reasons, which we'll talk about in a second. But the whole goal here is if I can do that, I could basically redirect that control. So I can still control all my systems. I could leverage my DMZ relay, make sure they're authenticating relays, and I could redirect that up to the cloud. Once I do that, if I'm patching a bunch of systems or dealing with endpoint management, I simply can send this data, these commands, this package, if you will, of patches out once out into the cloud. And leveraging the cloud, I can actually have the cloud itself update my systems. It alleviates our pipe inside of our company, which again is probably being consumed by VPN or other activities since you have a lot of machines remote, but it still allows me to control my endpoints from within my Big Fix environment. So this is one of the ways that you could obviously do this, and setting up proper relay affiliations, having the machines come back internal, back inside, maybe in a few weeks, or being able to run this continuously going forward. You have the flexibility of Big Fix being able to switch relays automatically, and you also have the power of the cloud where I could spin up more of these relays or turn them back off when I no longer need them. It makes it great flexibility. And again, one of the reasons that I looked at the Tiny Core Linux is for multiple aspects here. First of all, if you're concerned about putting a relay and moving data up in the cloud, you do want to make it an authenticating relay. But using Tiny Core Relay limits the number of security exposures. Why? It's a very slimmed down kernel. And you could add the Big Fix relay components to it, so there's not a lot of surface attack area. Of course, with that also means there's less things running on that Linux box, means that you can use very tiny, hence tiny core, uh, footprint. So your cost into the cloud is going to be extremely low because the RAM, CPU, hard disk, and so forth just doesn't need what normally would be needed on a Linux server. Also, it's very low maintenance. There's not a lot to update. You're running basically a very thin kernel on the Linux box itself and the Big Fix components. Once you have that set up, you can actually manage the upgrade of the Linux Tiny Core system itself and the Big Fix components all from within the Big Fix console. So it makes it really, really low maintenance there. And of course, it's very easy to deploy. You can deploy a single virtual relay, or you can set up where we could automatically deploy multiple relays from a template. If you're interested in this, please reach out to us at Champion Solutions Group. We're here to help you. We're going to constantly be doing some of these things in the upcoming weeks as the paradigm switches from a lot of people working inside to working remote. So, from that, I thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all have a good day. Be safe, and remember, Champion Solutions Group is here to help you.